most memorable backstage fight, if you ever saw one?
Oh God. It wasn't backstage, it was in a bar, I think.
That will do.
I
That
mean,
will do.
I never drank so I rarely ever went to a bar because there'd be drunks. And then if the wrestlers there, if some of the guys, were drinking, some fan would say, "Hey, I don't believe you're real." And then there'd be a fight, breaking out. Well, I knew this guy. He was around. He was The Rock's grandfather, Chief
Mm.
Peter Maivia. And he looked like a gorilla. I mean, he was probably close to 300 pounds, but no fat, just like a gorilla with a big head and a big neck. And he had a big mouth with a lot of teeth, it looked like, like a gorilla. And one time, him and Billy Robinson got into an argument. They were both half schnockered in a bar, and they both jumped up at each other. And Billy grabbed the chief and threw him down on the ground. But what Maivia did, and I seen him do this to a truck driver in a parking lot with Korea too, it didn't matter if you threw Chief to the ground because he'd have his arms around you, right? And what he would do was eat you. He would be biting chunks of flesh out of your chest with these giant teeth. So Billy Robinson takes him down. The next thing you know, Billy Robinson is screaming, "Oh my God, get him off me! Get him off!" And his shirt's all bloody and there's skin hanging. And I seen Maivia do this to a trucker in a truck stop. He wasn't he just eat you. But me and Goria, we hit a truck stop. We're getting gas. And here pulls in this big Lincoln driven by Maivia, the chief. And the chief has no idea how many cylinders a car has. I mean, he doesn't know. He stopped there and he's sitting in his car parked because his wife or daughter, someone had to run into the truck stop for something. And he's sitting there with his car facing where the trucks were parked, where the truckers were all facing towards his car. And he had his bright lights on, shining into the couple truck windows. And he has no idea he's even got bright lights. The chief, who's an island guy. And so one of the truck drivers, we see him flash his lights, and me and Gorilla look at each other like, "No, this guy don't have a clue. Chief don't know what the hell that is." And Chief's just sitting there having a good time. Pretty soon, his trucker gets out. He's got blue jeans and a white T-shirt. And he comes walking over to Maivia's car and starts yelling at him about, "Put your lights out, you dumbass, you're blind." And the chief is getting insulted. He starts to open his door, and the trucker shut the door on him. And then the door exploded open. And the chief popped out like the gorilla he was, grabbed the trucker like in a bear hug, fell over, and they're laying on the on the ground, parking lot, and the trucker is screaming like Billy Robinson done, "Oh God, get him off! Oh my God!" Because Maivia's on top of him, and he's eating him through his white T-shirt. I mean, he would just eat you. It was like, oh my God. And me and Tony looked at each other and said, "Should we go do something?" And we went, "No, let's get in our car." We got in our car and drove back to New Haven, but that was just two of the wildest fight kind of things I've seen, which really wasn't a fight. He just eat you on the spot.
It's a good way to end a fight, I think.
Yeah, just eat the guy.